Hello Earth Peeps, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Miss Melly Flows Vibe Life, my YouTube channel for my tarot. This is the Earth Reading Weekly Hot Tea. So I try to do them weekly. Sometimes I miss because full moon and beginning of month hit together. So now we're down to the Earth. So when we're talking about Earth, we're sort of talking about our practical world. But it's about where your Earth in your chart is as well. So you might have it in your moon, you might have it in your Venus as well. I'm a Capricorn, but I've got a lot of fire, so I might watch the fire because I'm pretty fiery. I've got a lot of air as well, so maybe air is in my predominant zones in my moon and my ascending. So it depends on what you got in your charts to what you might want to watch. So I normally read with Greenwood Tarot. I've been reading with it for 25 years. If you're after a personal reading, I do the Miss Melly Flow through my Facebook page. I also have Hot Tea for the Soul where I post these in through. So if you'd like to join, I throw up all different sorts of stuff, vibes that I get from Facebook that I throw into the Hot Tea in there. So I, again, usually use the Greenwood, but this week I decided to do something different. Last week I was like, I'm going to use the Archetypes deck. Now, this deck I got a few months ago, and I actually found that it was really mysterious and it was really like quite dark and light, like it really had, it was really heavy, sort of, not heavy, but it took me a little bit to connect to. So it's a really different deck and it's a really modern deck. So I'm going to draw a few cards from a few other decks. So first I'm going to do the 5-line reading that I normally do, which is how we got here and through to self-love. So I'm going to start though with some earth magic. So, because I like the earthy connections, which is why I do them in elements, a bit different. It's what I could commit to. Couldn't commit to star signs. Too many. I wanted to make 15-minute vids and see if I can get it to you guys. So, tsunami. Alright, so there's been a wake-up call, and this is an emotional wake-up call. Water is usually about our emotional life, and so this is how we have been looking at our relationships maybe, but this is something that's going to flow right over your, and roll over your life. Like an emotional, it's a very strong emotional, it's a wake-up call. This has been a bit of a wake-up call, I think, for everybody and where they're at and where other people are at, how we function. And another one from the earth magic. Whoa, the ocean ebb and flow. So this is an emotional time for you, but it's really about the ins and outs of the water and how they flow. There's a lot of tide in there for you, big tides. Big tides, people. New flow coming in, big. Okay. So, I'm also going to draw us one from the Work Your Light Oracle. Like, so, cool deck. I like things with roses on them. Alright, so I really like the Muses deck. It's got a lot of roses in it for the Earth sign. One card. So I do have a few different readings that I do. I'm doing a few different, I'm putting them on different things. So, you know, I've done a love one, a partnerships, abundance sort of readings. So, and a witch's brew, throwing all different sorts of things. What's on the other side of the door, sorts of things. So, check them out. Please comment below. One more shuffle. If it doesn't pop one, I'm going to take one. One more for Work Your Life. There it is. 2, apparently. There were 2 for you. Oh, the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So, this is saying you know how to surf. And you've been in training for this. You know what it is. You know what this is. This emotion, this wake-up call, this ebbs and flows of the ocean that's coming in. You know what it is. You've been training for this for your lifetime. For lifetimes and lifetimes. Alright, for this life we've been changing. It's the Ace of Light. So it's coming through. It's a new beginning. Ace is always new beginning. New beginning. Time to shine. Alright, and boundaries. You need to establish better boundaries. So this is with everybody. Sometimes you got to draw lines, and we even in all relationships we need to draw new lines all the time. So like my relationship with my mother has grown over the years, and I think we've established different boundaries and different things about each other over the time. And each new motion in your life, and each new we're establishing new boundaries. That's a great place. All right, and one from the Heart and Soul, just because I really love this deck. Ooh, Heart and Soul. What do we got? There it is, straight up for you. Oof. Don't be swayed by someone's strong opinions. Do what's right for you. If what you're hearing doesn't resonate with you, it probably isn't right for you. Same for these readings. If they don't resonate, then they're not right. I really hope they do. And there's a lot of readers out there. Like, there's a lot of people and you can get a lot. But if there's people out there that are saying they've got some strong opinions about your life, you need to do what's right for you. And it's true. If what you're hearing doesn't resonate with you, it probably isn't right for you. Listen and respect other people's views, but stay true to your own inner vision and beliefs. Live freely and express your beauty, the beauty of your ideas, right? So this is a setting boundaries card as well. So this is like, live you, do you. Don't think about what other people might want to think about you. You're not other people's visions of you. You're your vision of you. There's 1,000 visions and other people have got 1,000 versions of you out there. But you have your version of you, and that's the concurrent. That's you. Right? So this is really talking about the beauty of your ideas and setting boundaries. Don't listen. You can take on other people's ideas and listen to their views. Right? But you don't actually have to take it on. Earth people. This is interesting. Inside of all of this, do you. Excellent. Alright, so we're going to use this Archetypes deck instead of the greenwood. I've had it sitting there all the time in case I needed to clarify, but these cards are really interesting, these archetypes. So, took me a minute to get used to them. Let's see. So I'm going to put it down so you can see it on the table. So we do 5 lines for how we got here, 5 cards for how we got here, 4 for our healing element, 3 for our practical, how it's going to be in our practical world and what's going on, 2 for our partnerships with everybody and ourself, and 1 as a self-love card. See what we've got. All right, let's see. These archetype readings have been very interesting. All right, check out your other elements maybe. All right, what do we got? First card out. It's the mother. So there's been a spot in here where you might need your mum, or you might be the mum. Like, there might be somebody in your life that might need a little bit of mothering, that might need a little bit of help inside here. It's a 1. So this is a self-love card. This is loving yourself and mothering yourself, maybe looking after yourself. You know, but there's a real love and mothering and nurturing sort of vibe in here. There's a pearl inside of those hands in there, just holding and reaching out. That little pearl of motherly love. All right. So, the mountain. So there's been a mountain to climb. There's been a mountain to transcend. You can see in there that there's a cave that we're safe inside of. This warm hearth in the middle. We've made it to the top of the mountain. You know, and we're protecting ourselves. Maybe we're looking at our lives from a different view, from above, from a distance. You know, but really this is a mountain that you've been climbing in this last while till we got here. For a weekly hot tea. They're being really intense. I really like these. All right. All right, as peeps, what do we got? The healer. Alright, so inside of you there's a healer. You've been healing yourself. Maybe you feel that you needed to seek a healer. If you want a reading, hit me up. I've got a half price sale going on right now. But this is really about, you know, taking the time to connect with the things that you really need to connect with your light, with your world, like, and there's a healing inside. So we've got the mother and we're healing, going through a time of healing, a period of healing inside of here while we've been climbing this mountain in this safe spot we found ourselves in. All right, 2 more for how we got here. 2 more of how we got here. Really, it's of the senses, this 5. That's our senses, how we got here. The mystics. So we've been looking for something different. We've been looking for something spiritual, a connection, something that might be, you know, you might be seeing signs and symbols and stuff. You might be seeing in your world the connections and how it turns around. But we've been seeking a deeper spirit inside of ourselves while we've been healing, while we've been in this mountain, in this mothering phase. Okay. 1 more. 1 more for how we got here, how our senses got to this place. What's that one? Yeah, the hunter. The hunter. So this is a real strength inside of us. This is really searching and really reaching out, maybe going for your goals, really searching. You know, you don't want to go hungry. The hunter is willing to go out and find that. He's not waiting for it to come his way. He's searching into the sunlight. This is a strength. This is a position of action card. All right. So we then have the next card is our healing element. Whoa. Okay. The destroyer. So everything comes of its own circle inside of there. The destroyer being healing element means that everything's going to be broken down, has been broken around you, and maybe you have the strength of this destroyer. It's time for you to break down things in your life. It's time for you to make changes in your life. But this is a healing element, so it's really going to push you. The destroying could happen around you, or this tsunami is a wake-up call to all of this, but this is a real, as your healing element, the destroyer is coming in to turn things full circle and break inside of there. Okay, with this knowing, this mystic and this healing, you might be in a great position. to change your life. Alright. Destruction breeds something new. Gives us room. Chaos. Chaos. So this is third sight. This is third vision inside of this card. Alright, clear vision. This might be your third eye, really connecting to that. This might be the evil eye that you need to be pushing back on other people and pushing back in your life. Like, you know, there's that all-seeing eye that you're connecting to, the eyes inside of this mystic that you're connecting to inside of these cards. Right, so we have a real great place here that we're being able to see the vision of what's going around us, and there's eyes inside of this destroyer as well, if you look up in here. Alright, what a great place. This is really interesting. Alright, we're really getting clear vision. Kleros. Clear vision of what's going on. And the healing element, that you're a siren. This is the sirens. I guess be careful not to be set into the depths with your love, but this is a real grounding. You can see the grounding stone inside of that earth people, and this is really about connecting to your root, to your connection to your siren inside of that. So you might be able to sing yourself better, connecting to your love and your emotion. One more for how we got here. That one. The village. I mean, this is our healing element. So this is our healing element. So the village is, this is really connecting with your people. This round circle. This round circle, you do have a village. You do have friends. You do have people around you under this mountain. You know, we're the mountain and we're high in this mountain, but we also have the village that we're here. We can connect with the village. This is connecting with your people. Okay. Connect with the village. Okay, so the next three cards are how we're going to apply it to the world. There's one. Prayer. It's time to take time. It's time to take time on the vigil. It's time to connect and ask for what you want. Ask the universe for change. Ask the universe to help heal the people around you. You know, say a little prayer for them. Make sure that you're connecting to, you know, what this mystic is really searching for. What this healing is really searching for. And you can heal other people and pray for other people, you know, and put our thoughts are vibrations, our words are vibrations, and it's important to say them out loud. You know, prayer has power. Those words have power. Spells have power. That's why they call it spelling. You know, the words, the power in the words. Put it out there. Put it out there. You know, not just for you. You know, I've heard that it's better to pray for other people than yourself. Pray for their healing. Okay. The crone. Alright, so we're going to imply our wisdom. So the mother, we move from the mother to the crone. So this is a wisdom position, and this is so from this mystic and from this healing, you are learned. You're going to apply that to the world, that you've got prayer and you've got insight, and that you're the, you know, that you're getting older inside of this, the grace of getting older inside of this, you know, from the siren, the mystic to the siren to the crone. This is really interesting in how that sits. Our healer, our vision, our prayer, like the mother, the destroyer, the prayer, like how they fall is interesting in this. All right. Alright, the desert. So this is a place where emotion is removed. It's, you know, could be applied to being a vision quest. You know, really searching inside of there and removing all the emotions from this. And so it could be that there's a bit of a barren time, that you're not getting the communication you want. Or it could be that it's a lot more about, you know, a bit more about faith instead of about emotions inside of this, and really reaching out. So if you know that somebody's in a desert, we've got these two hands here, these hands and these healing hands. There's three hands inside of this line reaching out. So it might be that you need to be there and reach out inside of this, is inside of that situation, and have the wisdom inside of knowing what that is, removing the emotions from that inside of your prayer. Inside of your prayer. The village is with you. Okay, Hunter, let's go. All right, two more. For 2 to 3 cards go. 2 for partnerships, what we've got there. There, and then we've got one out for, our self-love. The Bardo. We've got that eye again. This is this all-seeing eye. There's an L on the top of this card. So, these cards took a while for me to connect. I don't know these cards actually, like, as much as I would know other cards and other ones, the decks that I've on. But I've chosen this card for that reason, this deck. Because, you know, there's an intuition in this. There's a boundary inside of this and seeing we've been talking about boundaries, this bardo, you can see the skulls around that. So there's a protection around your sight inside of this. There's protection inside of the mystic inside of this. There's a connection to this eyes, this destroyer. They're all inside of that. So these cards are showing that, you know, there's about sending boundaries, and this eye is reaching out and all seeing and ever looking in your life. So there's a clear sentient. This is a real sort of hermit spot, maybe connected with this, but you are seeing things in a different way. Okay, partnerships. It's protection. And the stone. So there are partnerships. So the desert and the stone. It doesn't look very particular good, does it? But this little stone is a little egg, it's a little hope, it's a bit of a seed. And it's inside of this pyramid, and it's a bit of a rock. And we've got a bit of a solid foundation inside of all of this. So there is something solid inside of this eye, one more time, inside of this stone that presents inside of this pyramid. You know, and there's a wisdom inside of this, so these are all deep in this connection. And maybe it's like, you know, not being emotionless, but really seeing it from what it is, and sort of maybe you're having to be somebody's rock. Maybe you're looking for someone to be a rock, someone maybe. Alright, so we've got the last card, which is self-love. And that's the vessel. Alright. So you are the vessel. We are the vessel. We are the human. We are the connection. And this is sort of just away from the wound card. This vessel card is giving us that you're the temple. This is part of you being a temple and respecting yourself and respecting your light. And don't worry what other people are saying, those sort of things. There's a lot of boundaries, and this is at beginning. This is your age of light, your ace of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Alright, so we're all inside of this. This is a really interesting sort of ending to this. You know, because we're searching for a few different sides. Seekers are searching, but it sees you as full and one and whole inside of here. Alright, the healer inside of you has come to a place. Alright, that's a very different, interesting outcome. You are the vessel, and it is for self-love. Love yourself, I guess. The village is there. Alright, really different readings with these archetypes deck. I usually do use the greenwood. I do them for my personal, and all of my other readings have been done with the greenwood. Just this week, I thought I would jump out and use a different deck, something different, different energies, and this has been a really intense deck. All of them, all the readings have been. But, you know, it comes down to, I guess, this is self-love. There's been a big wake-up call, and there's been a flow of big energy through here. So it's really interesting that you've got a tsunami and a desert. So there's a big quest inside of here to balance your emotional and your faith, I guess. Inside of that, I'm Earth sign, so it comes out, but that's really interesting. That's an interesting way that we work. Boundaries are big, and being yourself, and really connecting with you. I hope this works. I hope this was something that you can connect to. Leave me a comment and let me know if you can if it resonates with you, if you feel that that's a path that you've been going through. I do other sorts of readings, and I put them all out there. I hope you're doing really well wherever you are and staying safe. Mahalo.